This exercise is all about correct abdomen engagement. The more you pay attention to the way your stomach is engaging here, the better it will serve you in the future. We demonstrate this movement with a belt, and we recommend using a belt or strap as well, but it's just a tactile cue, and your decision to use one is entirely up to you. The belt or strap will go near the mid to lower back, and you will start on your back with your knees up. At this relaxed point, most of us can freely wiggle the strap back and forth under the natural arch of our spine. You'll properly activate your stomach by first thinking of pulling your belly button towards your spine and press the back towards the ground. Another way to think of this activation is by imagining you have a belt buckle on and you're trying to tilt the belt buckle up towards your chin. At this time, you can keep a tug on the strap with one hand to see if you have secured it beneath you. Keeping the hollow shape, meaning keeping contact between the ground and your back, lower and raise your feet towards the ground for 30 seconds. If at any point your band starts to slide underneath you, it is a good indicator that you have lost the proper engagement, and this is a good sign to maybe not lower your feet as much until you can keep that important engagement. Start by lying on your back, feet planted into the ground. Engage the abdominals by thinking of pulling the belly button into the spine and turning the pelvis up, bracing the stomach much like we did for our hollow leg lifts. It may help to think of bracing ourselves as if someone was going to come jump on us. Once the stomach is engaged, squeeze your glutes. Now with our stomach and butt squeezed, lift the hips up and down without losing the stomach engagement. We are not only strengthening the backside here, but training our body to engage our stomach properly while we use other large muscle groups. This exercise is performed on our hands and knees with our upper back rounded like an angry cat. Adamantly hold this shape while you isolate lifting your knee straight out to the side for 10 repetitions on each side. The reason for holding the rounded shape is to further gain control of our core and understand what it needs to do when our hips move. For example, walking, squatting, running, jumping, etc. For the forward hip rotations, we will be keeping the same shape on the hands and knees, and you will now draw the knee forward, out to the side, then backwards, maintaining that rounded angry cat shape for 5 circles on each side. For the backward hip rotations, we will be keeping the same shape on the hands and knees, and you will move the hip joint in the opposite direction. Start by drawing the knee backwards, then sideways, then forwards, all without changing the shape of your body, for 5 circles on each side. Lying on your back for this exercise, let the knees drop to the side. Keep your knees together and bring them over to the other side by activating your obliques, the side of your stomach first, then press your back into the ground as you pass through the middle, then relax again on the other side. Allow yourself to get a good stretch on the side. Stomach does the work for you to bring the knees over the top, Then relax and stretch again on the other side. This is good rotation and stretching for the low back as well as an oblique strengthener. It also further develops that brain-body connection to dial in those obliques if we are moving anything side to side, or if you were to pick something up from the side, it will remind you to engage that stomach first, then make the move. Here we are going to touch on proper engagement through the shoulder blades. The focus is to pull the shoulder blades back as if you want to pinch something between them, then pull them down to engage the lats. This is an example of keeping the shoulders engaged while adding movement. You can perform these exercises with or without a light resistance band. You will hold it palms up throughout these and remember to fully engage your shoulders back and down. For the L's, keep the elbows into the rib cage. Pull the shoulders back and down, and the goal is to keep them there throughout the set. Pull the hands apart as much as possible without letting the elbows sneak away from the sides. For the T's, the arms are locked out straight in front of you, palms up. Engage the shoulders back and down, and pull the hands apart, putting your body in a T shape. We are thinking of the back side doing the work here for us. For the X's, you will have your arms locked out straight in front of you, palms up. Engage the shoulders back and down, and pull one end up and one down. Meet your hands in the middle, then pull them the opposite diagonal. You will need a flat wall for this exercise. Step about 6 inches away from the wall, soften the knees, and aim to line the back of your head, shoulder blades, back of your hands, and lower back all against the wall. Without your head coming off the wall, you will tuck in the chin, then bring the head back to neutral. The chin tuck will feel more like a double chin since your head cannot come off the wall. Don't worry, nobody feels attractive doing them. These hold a great importance in creating the brain-body connection for good posture, as we have lined ourselves up in good posture here. Our ears are right in line with our shoulders, shoulders are pulled back, stomach is slightly engaged, and knees are soft. We are also adding a little traction to the spine to potentially create space or lessen compression between the vertebrae, so if you feel a tug somewhere along the spine, that is pretty normal. This can also be a great exercise to relax and help align the jaw.